Back in 2013, when I started my Bitcoin journey, I learned about the terms DAC and DAO, and my mind was totally blown. According to Wikipedia, a decentralized autonomous organization, DAO, sometimes labeled a decentralized autonomous corporation, DAC, is an organization that is run through the rules encoded as computer programs called smart contracts. A DAO's financial transaction record and program rules are maintained on a blockchain. The precise legal status of this type of business organization is unclear. So did you notice that last part? That's what gets someone like me super excited. So I feel like this is an opportunity to change the world. We're all aware of the corruption we see in nation-state governments and corporations, crony corporations that have revolving door politics and regulatory capture. And they're maximizing profits for their board members while harming the customers and ultimately the planet. So one of the promises of decentralization in the blockchain is through that public ledger have transparency on how these organizations are run. And also to give individual stakeholders actual power via their stake-weighted vote on, via smart contracts, how the decision-making process goes for the organization. So I've been excited about DACs and DAOs since day one. To me, they represent the obvious future where technology allows for the first time ever networks to be more efficient than hierarchies. And I think that much of the primitive tribalism we have that's part of our evolutionary process of getting to this point, it causes us to gravitate towards hierarchies, even if rationally we recognize that a network might be more effective. And so for us to succeed, I think we need structures and tools to make progress towards our goals. And that's where a DAC comes in, and specifically eosDAC. So the eosDAC is taking the DAC concept and bringing it to community. This is from their website, a decentralized autonomous community DAC is governed by its constitution, which is encoded in a smart contract on the blockchain. This revolutionary way of bringing a community together as a cooperative is made possible by the EOS software. The DAC is controlled by its token holders, and the board members, they vote to run its operations. I won't read through the whole website, but please go give it a read at eosDAC.io. If you just scroll down far enough, you'll see me there, picture my mug as a new member of the launch team. And that's what this post is about. eosDAC is going to be built on top of EOS, and it is itself a candidate to be an EOS block producer. So that's similar to a STEEM witness, which you can learn about with the link I have in the post. And, it's what's so exciting to me is how this organization is going to be building the tools that it uses itself to run as a DAC. Many people in the blockchain space, they fully understand DACs and they're excited about them, but they don't have any examples of them actually functioning in the real world. So I feel like this gives eosDAC the opportunity and the responsibility to be one of the first examples of not only what's possible, but also to be a positive force in the world for those who really want to decentralize existing systems. We can be an example of the change we want to be in the world, we want to see in the world. Not only that, as we struggle, as we fail, as we succeed, as we try, as we grow, all the tools we create will be open source and available to others so they can, decentralize and manage their own autonomous communities. So this is all going to be built on EOS. And as you probably know, I'm a huge fan of Dan Larimer based on his explorations of free market solutions to secure life, liberty, and property for all. I consider him one of the most prolific blockchain developers because he built ProtoShares, BitShares 1.0, BitShares 2.0, STEEM, and now EOS. And even, he's a genius. He has genius level abilities. And even the people that don't really like him on a personal level, they all still admit what he's done in the blockchain space is amazing and incredible. So I've greatly benefited from BitShares and from STEEM. And I really think these are tools that can improve well-being in the world. And I think EOS is an enterprise-grade solution to do the same thing. And I'm really excited about how it can decentralize the world. So I've been blogging about EOS and the EOS ICO for months, multiple times. And I even spent a whole day learning Ren when I thought that was going to be the language of their smart contracts. And, I'm really passionate about EOS, but I couldn't really decide if I was going to put myself out there as a solo block producer candidate, kind of like a STEAM witness, or whether or not I was going to join up with an existing organization. And as I was thinking about this, I always also thought about how my company, FoxyCart, would probably get in the way and not enable me to have enough time to devote to STEAM and to EOS. So I sold the company. And so for weeks and months, I've been talking with both EOS New York and with eosDAC as they both approached me and asked me to join their teams. And it was a really tough decision. But this week on Monday, I wrote together all my pros, all my cons. I figured everything out as far as whether I should go solo, go with New York, or go with the DAC. And I met again with each of them this week, and I finally made my decision. So as much as I love and respect EOS New York, I think their team is fantastic. I think they're going to be an incredibly valuable member of the EOS community as a block producer. My love and desire to see decentralization improve the world really kind of pushed me over the top to take this risk and join eosDAC. There are no proven models here. It's all just uncharted territory, so who knows what's going to happen, but I want to give it a shot. And I like their gift economy approach eosDAC is taking with their airdrop. So the eosDAC token is going to be airdropped on all EOS token holders, and that happens on April 15th. So if, that's less than 10 days, if you have an EOS on an exchange, I'd really encourage you to consider moving it to a wallet so you can control the private key and actually participate in this airdrop. And also, holding the EOS tokens will allow members to join eosDAC to participate in the governance of the DAC in the future. And so the best way to think about this is it's like these are free invitations to joining a club. And, keep in mind what we said from Wikipedia, the legal status of this type of business organization is unclear. So we're purposefully not making promises here as to what the token holders should expect by holding eosDAC tokens. For more information, check out their website, check out their FAQ for sure. Now, the reason I'm doing this video and this long post is I also want to address the future of EOS and STEEM. And I know this is a big concern for anyone who's been following the drama between Ned and Dan and asking, what about STEEM? What about EOS? What's going to happen? And in my opinion, competing currencies and competing blockchains are, within open source frameworks, are wonderful and amazing and beautiful things. And I tweeted about this recently. I think the network effect that we get from open source technologies working together and improving each other is just hard to even realize. It's phenomenal. So yeah, EOS may have a competitor for STEEM and even maybe multiple competitors running on that blockchain. And at this time, I don't view that as a direct threat to STEEM or STEEM. Just as I still use Facebook, I still use Twitter, I still use Medium, and all the others, I will still use STEEM in the future, unless I have a major serious reason not to, such as like I can't find my login to MySpace anymore. So by working with the eosDAC and EOS, I think I'll only further increase my value to the STEEM blockchain as a witness. And thankfully, that's not up to me to decide. The stakeholders, the token holders in STEEM will decide my position as a witness. And my hope is that the DAC tools that we build at eosDAC will actually help the STEEM blockchain and people that want to build decentralized systems and companies and communities on the STEEM blockchain. So I have zero intention of decreasing my involvement in STEEM. I can, even as I'm like serving a larger blockchain community with education, my experience, and my development skills. So joining a team is a big deal. It's kind of a challenge for me because I have to put my trust in other people and in a brand that I can't control myself. And that's a little bit concerning. And yet what I've seen of the eosDAC team so far is just awesome. And I'm really feeling good about this decision. I really believe the people involved want to improve the world. And I like the DAC structure as a fantastic way to do that. So if you want to get involved, I'd really encourage you, check out the eosDAC Telegram channel. Go ahead and join, and there are opportunities to contribute to the team and to the organization, ways that might involve getting some eosDAC tokens. So definitely join up and check it out. I think there's a great opportunity for everyone there. And I want to thank you all again and for your continued support of my witness here on the STEEM blockchain as I work to help educate community about cryptocurrencies, about delegated proof of stake, about STEEM. I care very deeply about social engagement. I'm up over 11,000 comments and posts now, and that's because this is a social blockchain. This is a blockchain that's empowering social applications. So as much as I think witnesses need to be highly technically skilled, I think they also need to have social skills. so they can fully appreciate and understand the applications and the tools that they're enabling as a witness and as a block producer. So I also wanted to mention something in case it comes up and people notice this and they get the wrong idea. I am actually powering down for the first time ever since June of 2016, and that has nothing to do with anything except taxes. My tax bill is just stupid because of some cryptocurrency trading I was doing in 2017. And in case you weren't aware, there is no like-kind classification as far as I understand with cryptocurrencies. So if you trade some Bitcoin for STEEM, or you trade any currency for another currency, that is a taxable event if you are following the rules. And so I want to keep some liquid STEEM just to cover expenses for my family if needed. And I know a lot of voluntarists and anarchists are just passionately advocating not paying your taxes. And I fully agree with them. I do, philosophically. And yet I see very few of them with families putting themselves out there, exposing themselves to the risk of either not filing or filing fraudulently. And I don't, I'm not going to get into my reasonings for why I think it's extortion, why taxation is extortion. But I did want to bring it up because I didn't want people to get the wrong impression. This, I'm doing this not because I'm not passionate about STEEM. I absolutely am. It's completely related to my own family's, situation to make sure I have some liquid STEEM available if needed. And, I'm committed as ever to STEEM and the future we have here. I think that this blockchain will radically improve the lives of millions of people. That's why I'm super honored to be here. I've also put my money where my mouth is. Back in July actually of 2016, I invested 9.5 Bitcoin in STEEM, and that investment is down almost 7.75 Bitcoin today. And the lesson learned there is don't FOMO buy at the top of the market, which I did. But I'm honestly not concerned about that. And the reason is I've gained so much value from STEEM and STEEM it from blogging, relationships, and experiences. And, I really do believe this is the blockchain of opportunity, as Andrarchy said last weekend on the Witness Forum. I'm super passionately excited about this place and so happy to be a part of it. So if you're reading this here on STEEM, you are part of that decentralized revolution. The financial war that we're waging requires tools for decentralization, and I believe STEEM, EOS, and eosDAC are going to be part of those tools that we need to power and build. So strap in. It's going to be a wild ride. As always, if you have any questions or concerns or anything, definitely leave a comment below and I will answer as best I can.